Welcome back. Welcome back to What's the Juice at the Juicy Tea 1111 Energy. I hope you are well and rested, and so are your families. Thank you so much for the likes, the shares, and the subscribes. I am truly grateful for each and every one of you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let's go on and bring in our protection before we hop into this energy, okay? At this time, I call upon the divine light to surround me. I invite my guides, ancestors, and protectors to stand with me. No harm, no deception, no lower energy may enter this space. Only what serves truth, healing, highest good is welcome here. And so it is. Ashe. So during this quick shuffle, 2 came out, 1 hit the floor. So somebody could be faking like they're sick, okay? And then we have something here pertaining to crossing the line. This crossing the line just keeps coming out, family, okay? It says pushing boundaries, okay? Taking things a little too far, in your face attitude, and inappropriate. So you could be dealing with somebody that's been doing this, okay? Or this is the energy that is out here, all right? There are a lot of energies. Wow, and 2 more. I can't even do the shuffle and they just coming out. Okay, wow. I feel like with this crossing the line, there's a lot that's coming out, okay? There's a lot coming out, and it's really giving me the energy of in your face, playing you, like you just don't know what's going on. Okay. I feel like with this faking sick, they ain't faking, they really are sick, okay? You got people out here that are really mentally ill, and they don't feel that way, okay? They don't think that the things they do are mentally ill. They feel like it's just the way of life. I keep hearing like, you know, these are people that were like just born in evil energy, okay? But with this faking sick, it does say, pretended to be sick to avoid responsibilities. I can't make it up, all right? Or obligations, desire to escape without consequences. I promise you, that's these energies. These people have been running around here playing like they sick, faking, not wanting to be responsible for what they have done, okay? Somebody here is experiencing the burnout blues, and then we have an instant family, okay? Somebody could be burnt out working a lot, okay? It says tolls of relentless work and stress takes its effect, okay? Exhausted by trying too much and too hard, okay? So there's somebody here that, I mean, they've been, wow, I just see that, literally. This could be somebody that is at their computer trying to beat you at something, or they're just working so hard trying to keep either a persona going or keep something up and going that really isn't true, okay? This feels to me like somebody that's trying to create something for themselves through you, and they're just burnt out because I feel like you're just all over them, okay? all over it, okay? And then we have instant family out here. This is giving me the energy of someone that, you know, you may have younger children, and there is somebody here that comes into your life, or you come into their life, or you guys now have a blended family, I just heard, okay? Or you are, you know, blending your families together, okay? But it is saying here, dating someone with children, okay? To build an immediate family with ready-made family structure, okay? This could be currently happening in your life. Only take what resonates and leave what does not, okay? So tell me more about this crossing the line and faking sick. People out here carrying some unforeseen burdens, okay? Carrying emotions that are weighing them down, okay? A lot of people are going through a lot of unresolved issues with others. I feel like this is like, you know, maybe people are waking up to a consciousness or a conscious, wow, I just heard that. They're waking up to a guilty conscience, somebody or some people are, because they're feeling the pressure and the weight of the world here. And this could be making them feel sick. Tell me more, Spirit. Look, because they know they wasn't a catalyst, wow. They know they had nothing to do with the spark that lit the flame. persons who initiated change, setting everything in motion, the key. These people are out here sick because it's now everybody in the world knows what has been going on, and this is the year of when all that was in the dark is coming to the light. Okay, so I feel like you got a lot of energies out here that are realizing people are starting to see they were fake. Tell me about this burnout. Yeah, emotional roller coaster ride. Somebody could be going through an emotional roller coaster ride, okay? A situation or a relationship full of highs and lows, intense and rapidly changing emotions, unsteady. Okay, somebody's tired. They burnt out. I feel like somebody's wondering when you gonna burn out. And you like, I'm not burning out, okay? You could be a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. I'm also hearing Scorpio, Pluto energy out here, okay? But somebody here, you've got the go-go, okay? You're like an Energizer bunny, and your perseverance is unmatched. Like, you are very persevering and very determined, okay? You could be at the bottom of the deck, this distant star energy. And people could have been giving you fake applause, something about your DNA. But I'm not going to take all of it, but those were the three that just grabbed me, okay? But right here, the distant star, okay? There was this is a far off goal, okay? Somebody, whatever they were doing, it was a far off goal, okay? Maybe they thought they were going to, this is giving me the energy of like somebody has done this before, and they thought they were going to try it again. And you done wore somebody's ass out. Quick disclosure, I do cuss and curse and speak the truth and call out names when got it too. Yeah, you done wore somebody out. Okay. They are tired as hell. They like, what the hell? Okay, this is the energy. This could have been somebody that was getting fake applause from people. They could have been lying about some things pertaining to their DNA makeup. Okay, just take it how it resonates, all right? But this is what I'm getting. Okay, this is somebody, Spirit said, take it. Okay, I will. This is somebody that has been getting some fake applause off of being really insincere, possibly even fraudulent, okay? I feel like, you know, this is a people pleaser energy. They could have been, you know, trying to tap into your energy. Somebody could, you may have also done that, what is that thing called? To find out your ancestry. Yeah, you could have done, you know, some sort of ancestry lookup, or somebody has tapped in or got your information pertaining to your bloodline, and they could have been capitalizing off of that, right? They could have been saying that, you know, because man, they doctoring up papers around here nowadays. I didn't even know the doctoring papers was that significant, but they are, y'all. If you didn't know, boy, they got so many people that will draft up some fake stuff so quick, and I was like, damn. You know, and they charging people pretty pennies for it too. Doctoring documents, you know, forging signatures, you know, taking other people's DNA, trying to act like it's theirs or something like that. Okay, man, it's a hot mess. Yes, but this instant family or this instant connection, and this doesn't have to be with kids, but you may have children, but there is a family connection out here. It's a win-win, okay? It's a flawless execution. Something was being done here, okay? And it's a flawless execution, okay? It's like it went off without a hitch, okay? I don't know if this is why this person is exhausted, because they thought they had something in the bag. Boy, I tell you, you know what I mean? It just does not pay. Look, I can't make it up. They thought they had something in the bag. They thought they were about to upgrade. Yeah, this is somebody that is, you know, wanting to climb a social ladder. This is the energy. And I feel like, you know, you for many of you who are resonating with this, you're just now starting out on your journey. You're venturing out into entrepreneurship. You're, you know, climbing the ladder. Somebody could have been trying to climb the ladder off of you. or your back or something like that. Okay, this could be a coworker, this could be, you know, somebody, a boss. I heard a boss is taking all the credit from someone. Okay, but you're upgrading. I feel like, you know, this family dynamic here, it could be with actual family members. Okay, it could be with an integrated family or a family coming together, and then it could also be like family coming back, finding like I read through the comments, and a lot of the family members from my other channel are finding me here. So just take it how it resonates, and I threw that example out there so that you can kind of, you know, throw that if that is resonating with you. But there's an upgrade here. Okay, getting or doing better than before, not allowing others to treat you as less than. Okay, and this is the energy of the future. All right, and then and when I say future, past, present, okay, but stay in the present right now. Okay, there is definitely somebody here that is burnt out. Okay, because whatever it was they were trying to claim, I feel like, you know, shit, you got to walk the walk in order to be able to talk the talk type energy. And I feel like this is somebody that ain't never really walked the walk. This is what I'm getting. Okay, so there's a social climber here. Okay, prioritizes relationships based on social advantage. Okay, name drops. Okay, these are energies out here. This is this energy. Okay, they'll name drop. Okay, they'll bring your name up, especially if it's a name that can carry on some sort of benefit. Okay, this is somebody that has been socially trying to climb this ladder off of dropping names, possibly even defiling yours in the process. Okay, take it how it resonates. Tell me more about this instant family, flawless execution and upgrade. Yeah, after being in a lot of stale relationships, a lot of stale energy, a lot of lower vibrational energy, I feel like, you know, some of you could be starting anew or starting over. It just depends. Okay, take it how it resonates. It just depends. Some of you may have, oh, I don't know why I got that. You may have fallen to a ritual. When I look over, you may have fallen to a ritual. And this was some sort of opposition. Yeah, this is somebody who takes things for granted, or is somebody that just takes things from other people. They could have done some sort of spiritual, you know, work on you, some sort of ritual here. Okay. We have the number 44, the number 8. You could be, wow, that's interesting, 88. You could be life path number 8, or 88 is significant to you. On the chime confirmation at 12:33. So let me tell you something. Somebody is exhausted. Because I feel like, you know, the spells, the magic, the rituals of the opposition, you are somebody who is definitely resilient. Okay, this is giving me the energy of strength. All right, and you have made it through a lot of rituals. Okay, because these people were definitely, or this energy was definitely trying to, you know, feed you, or feed that, push, let me put that out there, project that energy out. Okay, that you were under some sort of ritual attack, and we're gonna, you know, we're gonna make it come true, and all this kind of, oh, and then look what I see on the split. Okay, but you were actually providing some sort of wise counsel, or you're being provided wise counsel by your ancestors. What is this? Yeah, this has everything to do with generational karma. And then look, you are really good at what you do, but there were people that were in your energy field that could have been giving you fake compliments. Okay, so it says here, wise counsel. Okay, advice from someone knowledgeable who helps you navigate a tricky situation. Okay, this could have been your spiritual team that helped you with a tricky situation. I want to say that had something to do with this right here. Okay, because this had everything to do with some sort of generational karma. The generational karma, I feel, is here. All right, where the behaviors and the experiences and the unresolved issues being passed down through family lines affecting descendants. Okay. And I feel like you do. You're it says you're so pretty, great job, okay, amazing. I don't know if someone was gaslighting you, but I feel like this here was true, okay. You are maybe very pretty or very handsome, and you are doing a great job and an amazing job, but some of the comments or the compliments you were getting, they were coming from people that were definitely doing some sort of ill rituals. I feel like these are people that gaslight so they could stay hidden. These could be people that were gaslighting you so they could stay hidden. They didn't want you to pick up on their energy. They just wanted you to pick up on this. Oh, you're so pretty. You're so amazing. You're so great, right? And then at the bottom of the deck, yeah, you could be a social butterfly, okay? You could be thriving in social circles, enjoying interacting with others, okay? You could be very popular and charming as well, all right? And you ease in social settings. So this ease in social settings makes me feel like, you're in easygoing energy, okay? It's easy for you to, fall in line, or I don't want to say fall in line like you're a follower, but it's easy for you to adapt to your circumstances, situations, and things of that nature, and it's an easy thing for you. Okay, it's like you don't have a problem networking with anybody or speaking to anyone. You can be very social, but right now I feel like Spirit is like, hold down on that for somebody, just because there's a lot going on, and whatever's going on right now at this time, whatever's going on right now at this time, it could be very well some make-believe energy out here, okay? Because they still trying to move in this la-la land type energy. Yeah, there's some ego clashing going on behind some family secrets that folks was flirting with danger. So this is the energy, there a lot of people over here were living in la la land. Something about them thinking that something was going to go their way for the rest of their life or something like that, okay? This was them crossing the lines. They thought something was never going to end. Now they are going through ego clashes. They're experiencing some sort of fake, I don't want to even say fake. They're starting to realize that they ill, okay? They're starting to realize that they're ill. A lot of family secrets are coming out right here, okay? Behind a lot of unspoken truths. And a lot of people were flirting with danger, okay? Somebody here could have been flirting with danger out here, especially with this burnout. Let me grab this deck. The Spirit keep nudging me over here. Okay, let me put this one back. So let's see. Where do you want me to get this deck, Spirit? Tell me. I feel like, there's just what was in the dark is now coming to the light and got people feeling sick. Yeah, the sneaky plans. All their sneaky plans fell apart, making plans behind your back. Surprise. They couldn't see it coming. Now they doing the shuffle. Sneaky plans, making plans behind your back. Surprise. They didn't see it coming. Keeping quiet about their next moves, okay? But I feel like this has them on an emotional roller coaster ride, because now they're doing this shuffle here. It says random, throwing others off, random shuffles, throwing others off, keeping things fresh, evasive, mix and confuse others, underhanded. So this is this energy. Yeah, somebody has been, really wearing themselves out, I feel, trying to keep something hidden, and now that it's out in the open, they feeling sick. They done wore themselves out trying to keep stuff hidden. Now that it's out in the open, folks feeling sick. That's not funny, but I just be tickled, y'all, because I be like, damn, why don't you just do shit the right way versus all that other stuff people be doing? Damn. Because somebody now, they feeling sick, or they realizing they are mentally ill, okay? Somebody is out here wore out, okay? Because bonds have been forged in fire, okay? There was a strong connection built through shared struggles. Strong and resilient relationships. This is what it is. These people are not realizing this shit. There was bonds built over you know, kindred spirits and the struggles that they experience. And somebody tired as hell trying to keep up with that. Tell me more, spirit. This person going through a whole identity crisis right now, okay? Wow. Feeling unsure of who they are or where they belong, questioning that possibly their sexuality or their orientation, questioning, you know, where they belong in this world today. This is the energy. Somebody out here is questioning that, like, damn, you know, we done made the wrong move. I shouldn't have did this. I shouldn't have did that. This is the energy. Spirit said, put it over here, okay? Somebody is out here just, woo, not even realizing that, yeah, the shared ancestry here, okay? Somebody could be discovering roots. Many of you could be discovering the roots that bind you to others. Somebody is realizing that if they hurt you, they hurt themselves. Oh, Lord. Somebody's starting to realize hurting you is actually hurting themselves. Wow. Shared ancestry here. Discovering roots that bind you to others. Finds cultural connections that have been lost or unknown. Look, somebody might have. Ooh, where'd that DNA go? Somebody might have found out that they were some related to you some kind of way. And this could have been somebody that hurt you. Or they're starting to realize that we are all one. Universal law number one. Tell me more. Wow, and two come flying out. Yeah, this is like some sort of nostalgia trap. Wow, I cannot make it up. Listen here, this was like a nostalgia trap. It was like, you know, they saw something that was like too good to be true. It was like taking candy from a baby, right? Yearning for the past, yearning to, you know, bring some sort of premature, superficial growth, right? And in doing so, they done ran into a whole identity crisis, realizing that hurting you only hurt them. And somebody here is getting promoted behind it. That's funny. Talk about irony. It says, "Soo-wee." Some of you are stepping up in your career or in your personal life. Okay, this could be an advancement, growth, or a recognition of your achievements. And this could have been after somebody, you know, was over here going through a whole identity crisis, trying to, you know, hold on to you, looking at you like, yeah, you the whole icing on the cake, and then realize that they hurt themselves coming after you. Somebody realizes coming after you hurt them. Woo! That'd be that bad stuff right there. I'd be like, I don't have time. Yes. This person could be being told to kick rocks now, okay? Now somebody could be kicking them to the curb. Wow. Refusing to forgive them or forget what they've done. Damn. That would send somebody, now they're feeling like, you know, they're being left by possibly their family and friends, whoever was with them at that moment in time. Yeah, because this was some sort of unfair expectation. Listen, somebody is realizing hurting you just hurt them. They have lost friends and family here. They've even lost sight of who they are. They were demanding too much. Or they did too much. Somebody is realizing that it was some there was a lot of unfair, I feel, treatment and expectations here. Now they're carrying a heavy burden. That's why they're feeling sick. Because they are starting to realize after what you taught them, told them, or something you've done, they're starting to realize, yeah, everybody is all one. Yeah, look, I can't make it up. This person's going through a vibe check. This person is going through a vibe check, checking in to see, okay, on themselves. I feel like here, like they like, damn, they going through a whole vibe check, because this nostalgia trap right here, it was like you lured somebody in so that they could check themselves. You were somebody's mirror. It says checking in to see if someone is legit or not. And that's what they were doing. Wow. Making sure, okay, or making sure on the same level, good vibes only, okay? But I feel like somebody went through a whole vibe check messing with you, because you have, and I don't like the word fans, okay, because it runs off the word fanatic, but I will say it because it's here on the message. You may have had a loyal family, let me just say that, okay, or loyal fans, or, you know, loyalty, okay? People who were rooting for your success, and they were genuine, while you had these other people over here being fake. This is why you about to be promoted. And I love that energy, but I'm just feeling bad for this person with this crisis, because they realizing hurting you might have just hurt themselves. Woo! Yeah, it could have been a cultural clash, okay? Could have been a cultural clash out here, but they are starting to realize that there is some shared ancestry, okay? Differences in the backgrounds, all right? Causing misunderstandings and differentiating values. Just because of someone's lifestyle was different, just because the lifestyle was different doesn't mean the struggle wasn't real, doesn't mean that they didn't have friends and family who have also possibly even gone through the same struggles that you had, but they just failed to see that. I can't make it up. Somebody failed to see that, you know, shoot, it's okay. You gonna start from the bottom and you gonna come right back up, rising star, okay? It says, yeah, there's a recognition and praise, okay, for your hard work, quickly gaining status or success and moving upward. I'm telling you. And for those of you who have taken a loss, don't worry. You can rebuild now, and you can rebuild from a space and a place of good energy, okay? Because you had to possibly get a check on your own vibes, right? Especially if you were engulfed with a lot of different people and they were sending you that gaslighting energy, but you were wanting to, accept it or you resonate with it, but you knew deep down inside, because you're connected to the Most High God, the divine creator of all living things, angels, ancestors, and your spirit guides, that you knew it wasn't real, okay? And maybe this was somebody that you know was going through the same thing now. Now they're going through a vibe check. Now they're starting to realize that, you know, we are all one. They are starting to see that there is definitely a shared ancestry here. But there's going to be a joyful reunion, okay? It says reconnecting with a loved one brings deep happiness, excitement, relief, and fulfillment, all right? Take it how it resonates. This could be your loved ones, your friends, your family. This could just be you connecting with yourself on a higher frequency and a higher level, okay? Yeah, because you have experienced both good and bad, all right? And you've turned some things around. All right. So thank you so much for tapping in to What's the Juice at the Juicy T 1111 Energy. Thank you for your likes, your shares, and your subscribes. That always gets me at the end. Somebody out here is like super bad. Okay, family. Thank you so much. I do appreciate you, each and every one of you. Okay. Thank you for tapping in. Don't forget to subscribe. It costs nothing. Hit your notification bell, okay? And share the messages, all right? Share the messages, especially if you feel that they are resonating, all right? Look what came out, because wisdom is here. All right. Okay. So thank you so much. I love you and the divine loves you. Let's get ready to close out. At this time, divine, I release the weight of deception and betrayal. I stand rooted in my truth. I call back my power, my light, and my peace. I am whole. I am becoming, and so it is. Ashe. And until next time, y'all have a magnificent day. Ashe.